You know what? Just start it all the way back over, man. Matter of fact,
Okay.
we'll do this. We'll do this, man. What up, world? Welcome to another episode of RMT. That's Real Man Talk. It's your boy, Stan the Man. I got my boy EIG in the building.
What up? What up?
Yeah, and so man, today we want to bring y'all into our conversation and let you know some thoughts and ideas and things that we deal with in life and how we think about it, right? And so, man, today I want to give a quick shout out, man, to one of the most loyal people to RMT, man. I want to give a shout out to my boy EIG. He been there, man, through it all. So when it first started, man, he been rocking and rolling, changing his schedule, taking away from his family and everything to be right here for RMT. So, man, I appreciate that, bro.
Man, no doubt, man. Likewise, bro. Likewise.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. So today, man, we finna go ahead and get into this topic today, man.
Let's do
Ooh,
it.
man,
Hot
EI,
one,
you
man.
ready for this,
Is
man?
it a hot one?
Oh
I
yeah, man.
think it's a hot one, man.
It's gonna be dealing with lust, man. You know what I'm saying? Dealing with lust, man. And so, man, today, I usually start it out, man, but this today, man, I'm gonna throw this over in EI lap, man, and let him go ahead and jump in there, man. Go ahead and let the people listen to our conversation, man. Go ahead and get the people something, man.
Well, y'all, thank y'all for tuning in for one,
Oh
Hey,
yeah,
we always glad to have y'all in on the conversations with us. But, today's topic, is just basically dealing around or dealing with lust.
mm-hmm.
How we see lust, how we deal with lust, what is lust to us. And, we want to keep the conversation open where we can
Yep.
express ourselves. But, I'll kick it off just on my end
Mm-hmm.
and just saying, lust itself, man, a lot of us think that lust has to be where you do a physical act, right? Like you
Right,
got to be cheating on
right.
somebody literally to be lusting,
Mm-hmm.
which you don't have
Yep,
to touch them to do that. You don't have to be with them to do that. That's
yep,
something we can do on our own, which means it's something we're doing in our heads. And
yep.
so to me, man, lust just boils down to, replaying a thought over and over. I mean, people don't
Mm-hmm.
stop looking attractive to us just because we get married or we
Yep,
with somebody.
yep.
And it's one thing to see somebody and notice that, oh, that's a nice looking lady, you know what I mean? Or a
Mm-hmm.
nice looking man, whatever it is that you choose.
Right.
But when we lay down with it, that's when I can see somebody and then I go through a scenario. You know what I
Right,
mean? I
right,
go through a scenario in my
right.
head. I'm going beginning to end. I can't stop,
Yeah.
and that's a choice of me choosing to stay with that thought. There's
Yep.
certain things we got to know to let up off of, and certain things, we can stay long on. And lusting
Right.
ain't one that we need to stay long on if
Right.
you are, because it does affect you in other ways. So, man, that's just a quick little knock off the tip of the iceberg, man, as we get
Right.
into
Right.
lust from different kinds of ways. And other people may think it is whatever, but we just want to get your expression on it, man. What's
Oh
your
yeah.
take on lust or your dealings with lust, man?
Man, I'm gonna tell you, like, lust is one of those things that I think people think that lust is just all sexual. And I think when it comes to lust, and like you said, it's a thought that you lay down with,
Right.
you get up with, and it's not necessarily always cheating, but it's a thought that's in your mind. So
Right.
just say for instance that you on a diet, right? You in a relationship with this diet. I'm trying to lose weight. So you're in a relationship with your diet.
Mm-hmm.
You thinking about going to get that two-piece from Popeyes, right?
Mm-hmm.
You haven't done it though. You
Right.
haven't done it yet, but you're thinking about it. You say, you
I'm
know
thinking
what?
about
I'm thinking about going down there and get that two-piece. They just opened up, so I know it's gonna be hot. It's gonna be fresh. I'm gonna
mm-hmm.
get me a biscuit with some honey, and I don't know if I want the mashed potatoes or the Cajun rice or the macaroni and cheese.
Give me the mashed potatoes and the
I,
mac and
I can do
cheese.
two. So I want the macaroni and cheese and the mashed potatoes, right? And
Right,
so
right,
I
right.
already thought about that. So going through my diet, I'm looking at my diet. I've been doing good. I need to reward myself because I've been doing so good. I've been working out. I've been eating right. I've been going
Right.
to the gym. I've been drinking nothing but water. So I really been taking care of myself. So guess what? I deserve
Mm-hmm.
something for me.
Yeah.
And I think that's what, when lusting, it can turn into an act when we think that we deserve something for us. When
Right.
everything around is happening, that you doing the right thing, and you think
Mm-hmm.
that you deserve this two piece, right? And so I think when that goes over into even us as people, we might not be, that might not be our train of thought. But just
Mm-hmm.
say you in a situation, and
Right.
in that situation, you might feel like somebody's being ungrateful, they being
Yeah.
unappreciative, and it might not be a thought in your mind at that time, but just say, okay, somebody attractive come through. And like
Mm-hmm.
I said, just because you get married, just because you in a relationship with somebody, or just because you gave yourself to God, or
Mm-hmm.
whatever
Right.
religion that you pick, or whatever profession that you go into, just because you do that, it don't mean you're not gonna have thoughts. It don't mean that people not gonna look attractive. It don't mean that you're not gonna see people and you're gonna be like, man, I can't. God did some good work. You know,
Right.
it's amazing work. And so when you see that, it's not the act of looking at it. It's just taking that thought with you about that
Mm-hmm.
woman.
Right.
It's taking that thought with you. And for ladies, taking that thought about that man. Oh man,
Yeah.
he had big muscles, he had broad shoulders,
Mm-hmm.
and he had smooth skin, or however women might look at men, and
Right.
me looking at the woman like, dang, she got a banging body, you know,
Mm-hmm.
she got nice hair, she got pretty eyes, but man, she was just the right height for me. Now that might be a
Mm-hmm.
thought at that time, at that one moment, that might be a
Right.
thought. But then
Right.
let's say after you leave that setting, after
Mm-hmm.
you leave that moment, it's still in your head. When you
Right.
get home, you laying down, you thinking, oh man, what man, what I can do to that. The one that I
Man.
saw today, I don't even know her name, but the one that I saw today,
Mm-hmm.
in your head, the one that had that pink dress on, the one was about yay high, you know,
Uh-huh.
breast about yay
Talk about it.
big, you
Talk about
know,
it.
that thing
Talk.
sitting out about that many inches,
Talk, doctor.
and that's in your head. So you laying down, you like, oh man, you know what? I've been at home,
Mm-hmm.
my old lady, and see how your brain think. You will think of everything who you with that they doing something wrong because that thought in your head. You'll be like, you know what? This joker she showed and put my pillow on the right side of the bed, man. You know what I'm saying? That
Man.
man, I've been working all these hours. This mug ain't been doing nothing for me. You know,
Man.
I sit up here and I clean out the car for her. She don't appreciate nothing. This guy,
Right.
girl, I've been cooking for him. I've been doing this. I've been washing his clothes and everything. He don't
Mm-hmm.
appreciate me, but girl, you know what I saw today?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this joker was about 6'6", girl. We had them big muscles, girl. Look, I like her with locks. So I like her with bald head. Yeah, you done took that, and you done took that thought home with you. Now that repeat thought that you had, you done start lusting. Once that
Yeah.
lust come in, and you have a desire that's in your heart, that lust and that desire together will start making actions. It'll start
Right.
making provision for your flesh to do something that you would normally do. you
Right.
know. And so, man, just on that type of situation, man, yeah, I come here, man, and talk to the people
Hey, man.
and let them know, like dealing with lust, man, because sometimes it can be hard for a lot of people, man.
Yeah. It is, it is hard dealing with from just how we brought up, man. You gotta think from a man's perspective, man. Little boys, they grow up mannish, man. You know, man.
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
growing up how it is. And that's not to excuse anything or to justify anything, but
Right.
just some
Right.
background on it. Just how men are. It's going to be hard to, to break from just lusting as
Yep.
as you're in life. That's not just something easy.
Yep.
You know what I mean? If you ever dibbled and dabbled, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
it's a mind thing, really. And
Mm-hmm.
when it's a mind thing, man, we really gotta, it's not about fighting that thought so much, but we gotta spend time with other thoughts. We
Right.
don't have enough, you know what I mean? Like lustful thoughts gonna come to somebody who maybe, hey, that's the life you live, that's what you've been in, that's
Absolutely.
normal.
Yep.
But that's okay. And when you try to fight that, you're
Mm-hmm.
playing a game with yourself because that's where you are. But you
Right.
can start doing other things. Like we can spend
Absolutely.
more time with other thoughts and less time with that. Even if
Yep.
it's, you just need to cut back. If it's somebody with maybe a porn addiction, hey,
Mm-hmm.
maybe you watch it every day, man. Let's do it Monday through Friday. Or
Right.
just do it on the weekend. But
Right.
starting in the mind, this whole thing goes back to the psyche, man, our mind. And lust is just that. It's taking that thing so far. You know what I
Right.
mean? That it's just taking it, you stand with it, man. You just stand with it. So,
Hey, so
man, go
hold
ahead, man.
on,
You like
man.
you ready to say something, man.
Hold on. Hold on. Cause you was talking about that porn, bro. My bad, bro. Cause hold
Hey,
on,
for
hold on,
real.
hold on. You
For real,
said
man.
at least do it Monday through Friday. So hold on. So are you watching it
Man.
or is you choking that chicken, man?
Hey,
Because see,
that
if you
what
killing
you doing
yourself,
with it, that's not,
if you
hey,
masturbate
that's none
to
of
it
my business. We
every
not,
day, hey man, you gonna hurt yourself, bro. You
hey,
need
we
to
not
chill
here.
out.
We not condoning any
No,
action.
I'm not condoning it, but I say, man, listen, man, you're gonna have to get you some other activities, man, other than that, because
Yeah.
that right there is a real addiction. And the thing
Yeah.
about it, I'm gonna be honest, if you're doing all that, when it's time to actually perform, your brain might be so set on seeing what you used to see that when
Yeah.
you do get to the act, you might not be able to perform.
Yeah. You
Just,
become
I'm just
well, what they say, desensitized. You know what I mean? You've
exactly
been you've been zoned in on all that other,
all the
man.
other stuff that, and then this is the reality to it too, man. Sometimes what you lusting after and what you see, what you so attractive to, like I'm gonna be honest, you might not get that in life. That might not be
Right.
what you can pull. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? And so
Right.
whatever you can pull, that's what you need to. I mean, I ain't saying that's what you need to watch, but what you can pull, that's what you need to be looking at. Because if you looking at something that you ain't never pulled in your life, you ain't gonna.
Yeah.
I ain't saying you ain't gonna never get there. You might can up your game or whatever. But I'm just
Right.
saying the reality of if you at a certain age and you haven't had that certain type of female, what you looking at, bro,
Yeah.
9 times out of 10, bro, you ain't gonna have it. And I'll
Mm.
say this too, EI.
Go ahead, Dap.
What you said was like when you already been with other people,
Yeah.
that's a whole nother thing to deal with because if you have been with multiple
Mm-hmm.
women, different shapes, different sizes, different ethnic backgrounds, when you have been with several different women,
Mm-hmm.
and you settle down and you just get married or you get into a relationship and you just want to be with one,
Yeah.
it's gonna be kind of difficult when they come across your mind because you know that feeling. You know how it was to be with that. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So
Right.
you know how it was because man, you be like, man, you see them lips, you be like, oh, we boy, I remember when you know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Or you see someone with some nice breasts, or you see one with a big booty, you like, man, I remember I used to hit that from the back, bro. About and I was just saying because them thoughts will
Man.
be in your head because you didn't
Yeah.
experience that, and so it'd be
Right.
tough. Even
Right.
let's be honest, even for
That, and
women.
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It is, if you've done that, it's almost impossible for you to just run head on with a thought that you're thinking about and win. You know what I mean? And
Come
I'm
on,
saying, I'm saying you got to spend some time with other kind of ways of thinking. You got to put something else in there too. You know what I mean? Like,
right?
and consciously know, like, hey, this way of thinking is not good for me. Even if I can't win
Exactly.
the battles, I got to at least
Yeah.
know that, that
Yep.
ain't good for me.
Yep.
And when I do get the strength to it, I can. But if you're not even conscious that, man, this is not good for me, or
Right.
that you're not even making a conscious effort to change your way of thinking about it, man. There's
Yeah,
nothing that's gonna change. You can't win with lust. You can't win with seeing somebody beautiful or somebody wearing something revealing. You
right.
know what I mean? Because it's only a matter of time that you keep laying down with that thought.
Don't fall victim to it.
Hey, come on. If you keep laying in the bed with somebody every night, one of these nights,
You're gonna
you know
fall
what I'm
victim
saying?
to it, man. You're gonna
Okay.
fall victim to it. Even it's just having thoughts of success. If you lay
Yeah.
down with that thought of success, if you get up with that thought of success, it's gonna work in the same manner as lust because your heart's desires will be set on that then. But
Right.
if you continue to lay down with bad thoughts, get up with bad thoughts, guess what?
Man.
That thought that you having is going to eventually come to a head. It's
Oh
gonna have
yeah.
to, man. Just think about this, man. And I'm gonna be honest. When you sit back and I was dating a young lady when I before I was married. Now
Mm-hmm.
I'm sitting back. If it's a situation and I'd be like, okay, I already know what I'm about to do, you know, and I already got my position in my brain. Don't, man, you know, you be like,
Uh-huh.
this how I'm gonna position her, this how I'm gonna do this. You already got it on your brain.
Yeah.
What I'm gonna do to her, you know. I'm just being honest.
Yeah.
Because you got that thought, you got that lustful thought in your brain. I already know what I'm gonna do to her. And then as you continue to evolve, you still have those thoughts. You
Yeah.
still have those thoughts. Be like, oh man. But see, you can stop it at a certain. You can look at somebody. You can look at a female and be like, okay, I can stop it right there. I can stop it because I know if I continue to put my next thought is gonna be this, then my next thought gonna be this, and then I know me, I'm gonna put some action to it. So if you learn yourself when you going through when you lusting for certain things, when you start going through it, you'll find out, okay, this is what I do. When I get ready to watch porn, I might be going through my phone, looking at TikToks or looking at Facebook, looking at Instagram, on Twitter, and those videos of girls twerking, that right there will get me to the point where I want to go dig deeper.
Right.
So I might need to go on my page and clean up seeing females twerking, or I need to get off. I need to go somewhere else and feed my brain.
Man.
Because them triggers, you have to watch out for those triggers that'll cause you to act on that lust. Because once you start lusting, you look at what triggers will keep you to doing that. Because I know even if anything, you got to look out for what your triggers are to help control yourself. Once you find out what your trigger is about those things, you sit down and just think, then you can be like, okay, when this happened, I got to stop. I got to do this. I got to do that, you know, because to me, it's always going to be a way out. It's always going to be a way out. It might not be the way that you want to do it, but it's going to be a way out. You see what I'm saying? So when I had them urges or I'm laying down, I see that female, I might need to read a scripture. You know, I mean, I might need to have a picture of my wife and kids on my phone to remind me. You see what I'm saying? It might be, I might need to listen to some gospel music. I might need to go watch my favorite movie. I might need to go work out. I might need to go to the gun range. It might be something that I need to do to get my brain off of there, man. So that's just me, man. And I'm just speaking from, you know, from experience that I done had triggers. You know, don't get me wrong. You know, I done did some stuff. I done lusted. I ain't gonna lie, like you know, I haven't. We all have.
You better not get on your line.
Right. I ain't gonna lie. You know, I see some attractive women and be like, oh, okay. God did his thing. You know what I'm saying? He did his thing. I ain't gonna lie. He did his thing. You know, we can't even hate. You be like,
he's a good guy.
He did good, you know, because you look at, man, if you ever go to a zoo, if you ever go to a zoo or you ever see animals on TV, if you never been to a zoo, when you look at those animals, it's amazing how they either mate, how they evolve, if you look
Mm-hmm.
at trees, you'll be like, man, how that tree get that tall? And it started from a small seed. You see what I'm saying? It
Right.
started from a
Right.
small seed in this big old tree in amazement. So you
Yeah.
look at God, at everything that he work out and everything he do, and you see he made another person, and you be like, oh, okay, he did that. He really put that thing together, you
Right.
know. And man, you have to just
Hey,
you have to you have to just, man, find your triggers, man, and just kind of fall back, from the situation.
man, you better fall back. Hey,
Yeah, man. So
that-
let me ask you this, man.
okay.
Now, is it like, is this anything else that you can tell people? Like I said, find your triggers. Is there
Right.
anything else that you can tell people that can help them when they going through and they might be lusting in a situation? Is it something that you can tell them that could, something that they can take, that they can put in their life now that can help them out, man?
Yeah, man. I want to say to anybody dealing with lust on like an uncontrollable level, where it's
Right,
like, hey, this thing drives me. When I get that urge, I go, I do it.
right,
The first things that's got to happen is for everybody dealing with that, know that you can do better. You can.
yep,
You know what I mean? We
yep,
can't just take self-defeat from the get because we triggered by things, or that because we lust and then start feeling bad about it. You know what I mean?
right,
We
right,
feel ashamed of how we are, or what we lust after, or how much we lust, or whatever the case is.
yep,
And again, I say, for us not to try to, you trying to take away the lusting, like, oh man, I lust, and you start feeling bad, but to
yep.
put the right kind of things on the inside of you, man. I
Mm-hmm.
it's really, and it's not the right things to say, well, what's gonna make me want to stop lusting? Well, you may not have to do that. I'm saying
Right.
maybe you think about just some time with your kids, a good moment, right?
Yep. Yep.
Let's just say it's a happy moment. It's a
Yep.
positive moment that made you feel good, that you knew didn't have a negative vibe to it.
Yep.
Start, we spend a lot of time thinking on the negative stuff. We spend a lot of
Yeah.
time thinking on lust. We can
Yep.
spend a lot of time on drama, and the good things and the happy moments is real quick. Like, you remember that time, and then that's it.
Yeah.
But
Yep.
I'm saying to people, don't try to repair that thing, because that's a God thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Yep.
you can't, what you do is do what you can do. And that's, hey, do your part.
Yep.
Put something in you. Think on things that are positive, that may not be the opposite of porn. But like I said,
Right.
it might be football, might be your favorite album.
Right.
It might be going back to a photo album, looking at a good moment. But spend more time with better thoughts.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Spend more time with it. Just as much time as you spend with the lustful thoughts, take that time and think on positive things that
Mm-hmm.
are uplifting, encouraging, happy moments.
Yep.
And if you keep that with you over time you get there. It's not a one night, it ain't a boom.
Yeah.
When you've been pimping across the world for years, this is gonna
Right.
take some
Right.
work. But hey, you can do it. You can
Yep.
do it, and it just starts with that. So that's
Yep.
all I got.
Yeah, man. I agree with that. And I'll tell you another thing that I'm gonna say, something that helped me.
Okay.
Like when I was like I think about, like, I think about my mom or something. You know what I'm saying? That'll throw
Yeah.
things off. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
How mom used to do this or mom used to do that. Or you think about anybody that was pleasant in your life. You know what I'm saying? That's opposite of that,
Right.
and that right there help you move you in a different direction. You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And
Right.
man, I say another thing, man, is man, sometimes you have to pray on that thing.
Yeah, buddy.
Sometimes you have to pray about it, man. And even sometimes you might have to get some counseling. It might be
Yeah.
something that'll be a little bit more deep rooted than on the top layer. And so you might have
Yep.
to get some counseling that you can open up to somebody you can talk to in order to work that thing through too. Now, I don't think
Right.
that just because we on here and we talking like we got everything figured out,
Oh
but
no.
trust and believe we have issues. We have stuff that's going on with us. We're not
Yeah.
perfect by a long shot. But at the same time, we can get on here and we can help you out with some stuff that we went through and some stuff that we was able to overcome. I mean, and even as we going through things and then even as we overcoming things, that's why we bring y'all into the conversation and letting y'all know what's going on. So, man, right now, man, we're gonna take a turn, get off this block, man, and go around here to EI's Corner.
Where we going? Whoa,
yes, over here to
what up, y'all?
EI's Corner.
Welcome back, y'all. Thank y'all again for stopping by the corner with your boy, EIG. Now, y'all know how I do. Y'all know how I do, and you know what time it is. Hey, we got to call the roll, and if I'm going to call the roll, I'm going to show my love for the black and gold. Still a nation. Stand up out there. Any RMT fans, hey, listeners that are still fans, God is with you tonight. God has a blessing on your life for being a Steeler fan. But anyway,
man, I rebuke that. I don't receive that at all, man. I don't receive that at all.
Let me stop y'all. But for real, thank y'all for stepping in. Real quick, y'all. Hey, you know, a lot of times, man, in marriages, people spend big money on these weddings, right?
Man, unfortunately.
We spend big money on these weddings. I'm talking about big money, and if you got to do it, I'm not hating. I mean, you can spend as much as you want.
Right.
But the only thing that I see that that's kind of confusing to me is that I see people go in debt, people spend thousands, people spend savings on a ceremony, but won't spend $200 on some therapy for their marriage. Won't spend $20 on a book that might, help you find something out. That will help you through that marriage. A book that could help you with just, hey, socializing with your partner, whoever. And that brings me to therapy, man. And here on the corner, I just want to talk about how it's definitely in the black community. I know for a fact we look at therapy kind of like, I'm not wasting my money.
Yeah.
Right? You know what I mean?
Yep.
A lot of us don't want to go do that until we like it. We'll go to counseling. We want to go to our pastor, and when we done all the bad stuff we can do, burnt up clothes, busted out windows, cheating, this and that and the other. But anyway, my point is, therapy is a good thing. I'm pro therapy, and I'm pro therapy when things are going good. It's just like the gym. You run to the gym, think you go there one day, it's cool, or you wait till you get 500 pounds over what you once were to go running in there. You know what I mean? Like, do the work. And therapy is what's up. It's time that we can self-check our thoughts. I know a lot of people, having sometimes just getting stuff out is good, y'all. And nothing wrong with spending money on those weddings. But if you're gonna do that, if you don't mind doing it for the flash and some pictures, the memory of that moment, put a little bit of that change towards something that can help both of y'all out on the inside. And therapy, man, hey, some people may feel like it's gonna fix the thing, but no, therapy is just to get you to start to think in a way, start a different kind of thinking lifestyle. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
So, man, nothing much today, but just real quick to tell people, if you need it, if you don't know what to do, you don't have certain people in your corner in your life, a pastor, a counselor, go get you some therapy. It's okay. You ain't crazy. You know what I mean? Yeah. If it's something you care about, hey, go for it, man. And shout out to those that are brave enough to do it.
Yep.
And I want to encourage those that maybe don't got the courage to do it. No judgment here. So anyway, on my way out the door, I just want to say to y'all, therapy is a plus. The Steelers are the greatest organization that you ever saw created on the face of the earth. Appreciate y'all for stopping by again. By the corner, y'all.
Oh yeah, man. Appreciate y'all stopping by, man. And also, man, I'm gonna have to start putting this in the front. But also, man, y'all go on a couple of social media platforms, man. On Facebook, Real Men Talk Podcast. It's the page. Look it up. Also on Instagram, Real Men Talk Podcast, man. Same thing. Look it up. Like, man. Also, YouTube, Real Men Talk Podcast. Once again, And hit that thumbs up, hit that like button. Also,
Yeah.
man, hit that subscribe button, man. Hit both of those buttons, man. Also, man, y'all see the videos, hit a comment up under there. Tell us what you think about the conversation. Tell us what you think about what's going on. Just chime in on the conversation. You talk to us, we're going to talk back to you, man. So also, like I said, Real Man Talk on Instagram, Real Man Talk Podcast on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. So on all three of them, Real Men Talk Podcast. That's all you got to look up. Yeah.
That's it.
So, man, that's it for tonight, man. We appreciate y'all checking in, listening to us, man. Everybody that sent a text, everybody that asked about the podcast, we appreciate y'all, man. And we out, man.
Peace.
Hit that.